Right.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
We are
everybody.
back with game 2, scenario 2 of Horizon Zero Dawn, the board game.
The reboot. Yes.
Played properly.
Yes,
and
we
proving
are.
to ourselves that we can defeat the... What are they?
Robot monsters.
Robot monsters of the land.
Yes, so once again, thank you to Tolkien Fan Forever for letting us know how abysmally wrong we played this game. If you're wondering...
We might have continued to play that way every time.
Yeah. So if you're wondering why we are back doing Horizons, we've already done it, we played it really wrong. So we are playing it properly this time.
Yes.
We are getting through it. We've
Mr.
done
Bible
number
Step.
1.
Yes, if you're watching this as the first one, go back, watch Reboot number 1,
Yes.
and then come back after that and keep watching.
Yes,
Let's
and
play
carry
properly.
on. So, let us...
Right.
What have we done?
So, I am the leader this time
Yes.
because we swapped, and you are the fledgling little undergrowth.
Hey, look, I'm looking forward to my free gear at the shop, so I'm not bitter about it. I'm
So,
all good.
I have chosen a map,
Yes.
and you have chosen a card.
So, you map it up first. What map
Yes.
are we doing?
So, I have chosen, it's a lily.
Oh, a little
I
level
have chosen this little map here, 5A, 1A.
Okay. So, we will...
We will set up,
Mhm.
set the map up like we did last time, and then we'll come back and we'll find out.
What event I've picked.
Yeah.
And what we're fighting. So, we'll see you in a bit. What is going on, everybody? We are set up for Adventure the Second.
Yes.
Sarah,
We've got a.
what am I looking at here?
That's
What am I looking at?
We've got a watcher like in the last game.
Yes,
He
so-
is- oh, where's my map? There's my map.
Yep. So watchers are little sentries that alert the other monsters that things are afoot. They have a life of 4, an armor of 1. They are worth 1 salvage when you kill them, 1 glory point, and you get 1 end of scenario point for killing it.
Nice. And then we also have a shell walker. Look at
Yes.
this beast.
Yes, they are fairly impressive.
There is
Very
just one
impressive.
of them. I'm just checking.
There is just one, yeah.
Nice. I've checked the orientation.
Yes,
I've done the whole
they are
thing.
once again orientated correctly to the 1 and 2, right way round.
And I'm gonna forget what. I'm gonna forget what these are.
So,
I'm gonna call them
that's-
high ground.
That's why I have the book open here.
Handy
So
book.
we have 2 rocky outcrops on the map. Now, if you attack a creature from a rocky outcrop and either destroy a component or kill it, you gain an additional glory point. The flip side of that is you are always the there's a
visible
word
player.
for it. There's a term for it. You're the
Closest.
hunter on the same square as a rocky outcrop always counts as the most recently activated hunter.
Oh, yeah, so
I
if
guess
it
if there's a tie for who it's going to go for, it goes for the most recently activated. In this case, because you're on top of an outcrop, it goes for you because you're making a damn fool of yourself, simbering it up on top of the rocky outcrop. And then, like Sarah pointed out, we have a shell walker.
Yes, I did.
Who has a life of 11, an armor of 2. No, not the bad finger.
Sorry, yes.
Life of
armor
11,
2.
armor of 2, salvage of 3, glory points of 3, and you get 4 scenario points for defeating it. Then we've got some components on the
Heaps
shell
of
walker as
components,
well.
Yes.
It has its cargo holder, the big hefty thing on its back. That has got 4 life, and if you knock it off, you draw 3 salvage cards, but you reduce the salvage you get from the creature when it dies to 0.
Ooh.
Which is,
Take it quick.
it's alright. Then it's got its lightning gun, which has a life of 4, which is its ranged attack, and it also has a shield's claw, reduces the enemy's armor to 1. Now, I also saw when I was putting this down, on the back, it has a trait. If its cargo holder has been destroyed, increase all damage this enemy inflicts by 1. So,
Try and remember.
try to remember that it's a brutal thing. The Shell Walker also has an interesting multiple card AI deck. So unlike the Watcher that just has 1 that you just follow along, each activation, the Shell Walker's going to flip, and you're going to run down its AI card.
Yes.
Yeah. And that is the map. That's what we're looking at.
We start on this one.
Now, I just have one event to read because I picked it from being the fledgling.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, it's not too bad
Horrendous.
for you.
I'm pretty sure last time we played.
I totally. Very mean. I went for you because you were stealing all the glory. All the glory. You were stealing it all. It was really infuriating. So instead, you're good at the cheating version of the game.
Yeah.
So instead, I've gone resourceful. So this hunter, me, may draw a salvage card each time they gain 1 or more glory points. So if I get a glory, I get a salvage. I felt like I got a few glory in the last one, so I'm hoping to get a fair amount of salvage this turn.
Here.
Right, so you're starting there. I've got my coffee in the wrong spot, so we're just going to move that over there so it's out in the play area. You're going first, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
I'm going to start on the rocky outcrop.
Okie crocky.
Right, so lead us away. Draw your 5 cards and let's see how you do.
I can't remember if I've shuffled the last one.
It's always worth an extra shuffle.
You can never shuffle too much.
I like to give it a constant shuffle.
I really want one of those card shuffler things that go.
An auto shuffler. So now let me ask you this. I play games with someone who, like, once they've started drawing, will still continue to shuffle the remainder of the cards.
No.
In the play deck while they've started. Where do you stand on that? Are you like?
No, I think you shuffle, you start, and that is it. Fate has started.
Once you've started it, I'd be interested into anybody else's opinion on the continual the continual shuffling of a draw deck after you've already started drawing.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind. I'm like, what don't make much difference. It's already, you're just shuffling it more. It's already shuffled.
Yeah, no, I feel like.
But the first time I saw it, inside I went, oh, you don't do that. Why are you doing that? That's not right.
No.
Don't continue to shuffle. But I digress. You please, crack on.
But I would love a card shuffler because I feel like it does an exceptional job.
Can I just, I've noticed. Guess who didn't set it up exactly right? I'm just going to move that down to there.
I checked it as well.
I mean, it's not as bad. And do you know how I picked it up? Because I was looking at the patrol route and I was like, why does that not connect?
You're just the worst.
It's done. And we hadn't even started. It doesn't count as a mistake. This is a mistake-free game. This whole series, mistake-free. The entire thing. I'm not going to put up any of those little correction things at the bottom. It's going to be a first.
I'm pretty sure we've said it a few times. We are not professional.
No. It's going to be a board at home first.
Right.
Go for it, please.
I am going to attack the Watcher. I'm going to attack the Watcher. He is not alert. No idea what you're singing.
That's for me.
I am attacking with my Hunter Bow.
Yes.
Hunter Arrow, and I'm using Inventive.
Okay.
So I am using 4 die.
Okay. 4 orange dice.
4 orange dice. 1 for Inventive, which adds an additional dice.
Yes.
1 for the Hunter Arrow. 2 for the Hunter Bow. And just to remind you that I have a damage coil on. If I get a critical, I add. So it actually criticals hit for 3.
That's fine. I hope you get all criticals on this one. I hope you wasted on this Watcher. Alright? I hope you get all of the things.
I can hear a bitness in your voice.
So, what have you rolled this?
I've hit him for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You've hit him for 10.
The best roll I'm ever going to play, isn't it?
I mean, that's not too bad.
I killed it!
That does kill him.
So I get
immediately
a glory point.
You do, in fact, and you get 1 salvage for killing that Watcher. That was a decent shot.
Bish bash bosh.
Yeah.
And then I will move for 2.
You're going to sprint all the way over to there for your first turn. Okay, for my first turn.
You can draw.
Oh yeah, I might draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to shuffle them up again. No.
Then he's going to check them. He has the
I
opportunity
can discard them
discard.
if need be, but I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. Alright, for my first turn, I'm going to sprint from the rocky outcrop into the tall grass. That does not alert him because he's not within 1 square.
And you're in tall grass.
And I'm also in tall grass. And just tall grass, I'm pretty sure all it means is if you... patches of tall grass are a common sight and have long been used by hunters to hide from or stalk their prey. While a hunter is in tall grass, they don't make non-alert enemies in adjacent squares alert at the beginning of their step. A non-alert enemy which enters the same space as the tall grass becomes alert as normal. So it just means they can walk past you and not become alert. Yeah. So then for my...
Hang on.
Oh, your turn. My gosh.
We are the worst.
Mistake free. That doesn't count as a mistake because...
We remembered.
We did remember.
There's going to be a note on the video. I'm sorry. Just be like, don't worry. We'll remember in a moment.
We will remember all the things. Okay, so the enemy's going to activate on your turn.
Yes. We still have to turn it, don't we?
No, because this is for when he's alert.
Yeah, he's not alert.
So he just carries on his patrol route.
Now it's your turn. You drew 5. You didn't discard. Go for it. Are you going to move?
Well, that changes everything I was going to do, doesn't it?
But he doesn't become alert because you're in tall grass.
But if you sprint, so that's only at the start. Like, if he walks past me and I wasn't in tall grass, he'd become alert. Yeah. But because I am, I'd be sprinting into tall grass, so he would become alert.
It'll whooshel around. Like, what's going on in there?
That is exactly what he would do. So instead of doing that, the only problem is my tripcaster only has a range of 1, so that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to sprint to here.
Yes. Waha.
And then for my
second
action, no, I mean, I think I'm constantly. Right, sorry. Anyway, I am using my tripcaster with some firewire. I'm getting out a number 1 trap. And I can shoot within 1 square, so I'm shooting it onto its patrol route.
Nice.
Onto the
up there.
firewire. So I've placed some firewire within 1 square, and we'll get over what happens in a moment because he's about to activate. That's my 2 actions.
That is your 2 actions.
Now the enemies go. He walks onto the trap. Kaboom. I don't know if firewire would kaboom. I guess it would. How else is it going to create fire? So, firewire sets him ablaze. Setting him ablaze gives me a glory point because from my tempered by flame, gain 1 glory point whenever a trap applies burn.
Where's that thingy? Your fledgling card.
My fledgling card. This hunter may draw a salvage card each time they gain glory. So, thank you very much. Oh, it's a good one too.
Ooh.
It's a multi thing. Right. So that was for that. Now I'm going to roll a blue dice, please. To see how much firewire damage we're going to do. We're going to do a solid 1 damage. That's weirdly. So on the other side of that fire is an ice. So all I can see is ice. That's not right. So I've done 1 damage to him.
Did you though?
Yes, because he's not alert, so he doesn't.
But he is now.
He is now alert. So I'm going to get rid of that firewire because I used that.
I like that you can
I do believe that is his turn. He's done. Kaboom. He takes 1 damage for being on fire.
Yes, so that swaps out for that.
So 1 damage, yes. And now it is your turn.
My turn.
Yes.
I will draw 2 cards. Then 2. Oh, nice.
Then you may discard as many cards as you would like if you want to. Traps can't target components.
Oh. Oh, yeah, you can't really.
Interesting.
Right. I am going to attack a component. The cargo hold. So I can get some stuff.
Do you think that... Sorry, just a question about traps. Once again, I've not played as the trap person before, so I'm not entirely sure how the traps work. Could I set a trap in my own square?
I don't see why not.
And
because you like put it on the grass next to you.
Yeah.
And then when he runs up to you,
sense.
it goes.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Kind of like a mousetrap.
If he was to. No.
Well, yeah, it's like set, and then as he walks, he steps on it and like, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess I'm immune to fire. Okay, yep, no, that's fine. Would you, if you were in the same square as the monster when it...
I don't think it would attack me because I'd know about it, but if you put on, do you know, you can use a blaze
area
canister.
of effect.
I would imagine an area of effect logically would get me.
Would get you if you were in...
set me a
okay.
fry.
Alright.
So if you could refrain.
Not set you on fire.
That would be grand. Right, I am going to... Oh, that was it. Use me bow again. I'm going to use my hunter bow.
Yes.
And my hunter arrow.
Why don't you roll 4 orange dice?
And I'm going to use
inventive.
an additional... I'm going to use inventive because I had several of them. I'm going to use inventive, so I roll additional. And if this attack targets a component, ignore the target's armor when resolving damage.
And that's precision strike.
Precision strike.
Okay, so you're using all the things.
All the things.
So which component are you targeting?
Cargo hold.
What an egg. Not the lightning gun.
No, I'm
to
going to
disable its B attack and shock it.
But I want some stuff.
I mean, you're going to get stuff when it dies.
Will I? Maybe you'll try and have one over on me.
I mean, I'm not saying I won't, but you are going to get 3 salvage at the end of the match.
Okay, alright, I'll go lightning gun.
Instead of increasing its damage by 1 when it's gone.
I am going for the lightning gun.
So
I'm rolling. I'm rolling 3.
Okay, so
gun.
you're ignoring armor. So you need to hit it for 4. That is a 3.
Hang on. Accurate. When attacking components with a ranged attack, you may re-roll any die, any number of die.
You should definitely do that. You re-rolling them all?
I'm going to re-roll them all.
She's a brave woman today. I mean, that's a 4. So at least you destroyed it this time.
There we go.
Okay, so you've destroyed...
Hang on.
Sorry, there's more?
Yes. Oh no, I'll do this first.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've destroyed its lightning gun, which hits it for 3 damage.
So you put a B that's got like a little...
Broken B.
Broken and destroyed.
So you have destroyed it.
Yes.
Because you ignored armor. So he takes 3 damage, and now his B attacks are disabled, and he's also being shocked. So enemies resolve only 1 action. So I'll just read the long version of that. Shock. The first time an enemy suffering the shock condition resolves an action on their behavior card, the activation ends. So it's only going to do the first line of its AI card.
And when you destroy a component, do you get a glory point?
You do, in fact, get a glory point for destroying a component, yes.
And I'm going to play critical hit.
Okay.
Play after this hunter destroys a component to draw a card from the salvage deck.
Nice. Why not? There you go. So now it is the Shell Walker's turn. Oh, no, sorry, have you got a second go?
I have got a second go.
Alright, let's do that first.
No.
So you can melee, you can move, you can... I think distract only works on unalert enemies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sneak, sprint, or do an attack. What would you like to do?
No, actually I might just...
Forfeit your second turn?
No, I will craft.
Oh, nice. So craft, so get 3 cards, the bottom 3 cards from your discard pile.
Shuffle
they go to the top of... Ooh.
No, they don't go to the top. I'm pretty sure.
Crafting. You know, it's weirdly the only one that's not on the back of the page.
That's
interesting. It's weird, isn't it? Not on the back of the quick reference thing.
It seems logical you would shuffle them.
I mean, that does seem logical, doesn't it? Equipment, weapons. Sorry, give me a moment.
Quick bam moment.
Enemies, conditions,
And then it will be his
scrapping
turn,
cards.
not his turn.
Action text. I mean, you are going to do it, so you could flip the AI card for the Shell Walker.
Yes.
While I just quickly read about crafting.
Right, he is alert, so we are going to flip this. We got Shell Walker. Cargo hold destroyed?
No.
No.
That's good.
Maybe. So, then, no, because he would have used his bait on.
So, he's only doing the first line because he's shocked.
Oh,
so he's only doing the first one, then he's...
So, he is going to attack at a range of 1.
Yes.
So
he's going to attack me
for 5.
5.
And then that goes, and then he doesn't do anything else because he's shocked.
Exactly.
Nice.
So he's moving into my square because it's a melee attack.
But it's at a range of 1, not a range of 0.
But I figured that it's still a melee attack. So he could attack me at 0, but he could also attack me at 1. Do you not think?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. Well, see, for these, because they're 0, you move in, like your spear and stuff, where he's a range of 1, so he's got really long arms.
So maybe he doesn't, so maybe he doesn't move, he just stays where he is. That makes sense. Okay, so he's going to hit me for 5, and I'm going to block 2. So I'm going to take...
With your armour.
With my Osram Arrowbreaker Light Armour.
Nice.
So I'm going to take 3 damage. But before I do that, crafting. To make a craft action, the player must take the bottom 3 cards from their action discard pile and shuffle them back into their draw pile.
Yes.
May spend both actions when crafting to return 6 cards. So crafting is the only action you can do twice.
Interesting.
Right, so I'm going to take 3 damage from my...
Hand.
I really don't want to though, but I'm going to. Let's take 1, 2, 3 damage. Okay, I'm taking 3 damage.
Oh, crikey.
So that was his turn. So now, because he's shocked, he stops.
Yeah.
And now, so with these, with the AI cards, I was just looking at this before. So there are, I'll put it up on the thing. There are blue actions and there are black actions.
Yes.
Okay? So the black actions are ones that they do.
Oh.
Like, they're mandatory actions that they do.
Oh, so they'll still do that even though it's shocked?
Well, no. In this one instance, because it's shocked, it's not going to do it. It's going to do one action and then end its turn. But usually, it would, regardless, it would do whatever the black one says.
It's not like he can't do the move, so he's not going to do the last thing.
Exactly.
Like he can't attack.
So then, the blue ones are called conditional actions. Conditional actions are performed only if the enemy is able to resolve the action.
Yeah.
For example, an enemy won't melee attack if there is no hunter within range. Conditional actions are limited to 1 per activation, and an enemy will always perform the first conditional action in a sequence if it is able to do so, skipping any others which follow.
So he doesn't do both of them?
No. So in this case he does. He melee attacks, which we...
So he would either melee or range.
Yes. So had I not been stood there, he would have gone down to his second action, which he could not have done because it was destroyed, and then he would have moved 1 away.
Yes.
Because he
couldn't do because he's shocked.
Exactly. So instead of moving away from 1 hunter, he stands there and like juggles like a robot.
Yes.
Right. So now it is my turn.
It is your turn.
I'm going to draw up to 5 cards. I have 1, so 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what have we got? We've got 2 of the same and 2 of the same. So I am going to... What do you think does more damage? 2 orange or 1 blue? What do the orange dice has?
So orange dice have a 0. They have 3 1s. They have 1 2, and they have a critical. The blues have no critical, but they have a 3 2s, and 2 1s. So they're a definite hit.
Right. Here's what we're going to do. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prime the area. So before... This ability can only be used when performing a melee attack. I am about to melee attack. That is going to be my first action. But first, I'm going to prime the area. Before making this attack, the hunter may perform a free ranged attack, and the ranged attack must place a trap. So I'm going to shoot some firewire into the square right here.
Oh, yes. I remember from last time.
Yes. So that is my priming the area. Then I'm going to play my melee attack. So I'm going to go into his square. Now, there is a rocky outcrop here.
Yes.
So I guess I'm on the rocky outcrop?
Yes.
Excellent. So because of that, I am going to attack his shield claw. Reduce the enemy's armor value to 1 if I can destroy it.
Yes, so he's got a shield of 2, and the shield claw has 2 life.
So I need to hit him for 4. So I'm using my Osram Maul, and I am using a backswing. So 2 orange for my Osram Maul, and 2 orange for my backswing.
Do it.
And we're hoping to get 4. We've got 3 and a critical. Which does, so critical, I can either set him on fire with my maul, or I can hit him for 1 more damage.
Oh,
so
nice.
I'm going to hit him for the 4 damage.
Nice, so that is, his C is destroyed. Oh, and it does 1 damage to him.
1 damage to him. Reduce the enemy's armor value to 1 now. So from now on, he's only got 1 armor. Now, the other part of my backswing says that if this attack damages the target, which it did from the component being destroyed, I can push the target. So I'm going to push him back. But before I set off the trap...
Could you have put the trap there? Because don't you have to do it within a range of 1? Or did you do it when you got into there?
I don't know. It says this ability can only be may perform a free ranged attack. So I was there, wasn't I?
Sorry, I should have killed
No. Mistake-free run. Yeah. So how far can I?
Well, I don't know. Have you got what's?
Oh no. Sorry, I mean the range is 1. So if you're right, then yes. But I'm thinking of push and glue. So it has to be. Does push? Which way can I push him? Obviously, pulling him is towards me, but because here's my thing.
I think if you're in his square, you could put it there. Because then if you're in his square...
Because I push him from the direction that I'm... Because push him after this, right? So you're right. I could set this trap here instead.
Yeah. Because I think if you...
Because then I melee attack into his square.
Yeah.
And
so
from there
anywhere.
I can push him
in any
whichever
direction. I would have said.
Right. So that makes sense. So I'll push him instead this way.
I'm happy with that.
Okay.
No cheating.
So I was on the rocky outcrop.
Yes.
When I destroyed a component.
Yes.
Which means I get a glory point for destroying a component while on a rocky outcrop.
And you destroyed a component.
So I don't get another. I get a salvage every time I gain a glory point.
When you destroy a component, you get a glory point.
Oh, and I also get a.
So isn't it when you're on a rocky outcrop, you get an additional glory?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, you got 2.
So I get 2 for that. So then I get 2 salvage for gaining 2 glory points.
You are salvagey.
I am salvagey. I feel like I had something else that was going to give me some.
Well, he's about to do...
And then he's going to land on my trap as well, yes.
He landed on your trap. So what's happening?
So my trap is my firewire. So he sets ablaze.
Sets ablaze.
So being ablaze gets me a glory point.
Jeepers creepers.
Which is going to get me another salvage card.
Wow.
This is great. I'm loving this character. And then I'm going to roll a blue dice, please, to do some damage. Traps can only damage the body. He's got an armor of 1 because his shield's claw, and I've rolled a 2. So I've hit him for 1 damage.
So I'll put a 1 on there. He's got a 5.
So what's he on at the moment?
He is on 5, 6, 7.
He's on 7 damage right now.
That's his alert. I'll put the alert right.
You're going to stand that up on him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do believe that is the end of my turn. I have back swung and pushed him. I've primed the area with some firewire, which has since been activated.
Yes.
And then it's the start of his activation. He takes 1 damage for being blazed, or the end. Excellent. Okay, so he is going to activate.
So he turns this one, and then he attacks at a range of 1 for 4.
So he's attacking me for 4 damage.
And it's blue, so he can do the first one.
He does the first one. Yep. So attacks me for 4.
Yep.
I block 1, so I lose 3. So 1, 2, 3 cards gone.
Yes. And then move 1 towards the closest enemy.
That's me.
And attack you again for 1.
Okay. I block 2. Such an idiot. So, I'm gonna... Oh, it doesn't actually make a difference. Because it's still within range 1. I was gonna dodge out the way. But it doesn't make a difference because I'd still be within range. So I'm taking another 2 damage.
Yes.
1, 2.
Do you want to evade?
Do I want to roll out the way?
Yeah.
I think I might roll a bit closer to you, actually. Just because.
Okay.
Just because.
And then that's the end of his activation, so I've swapped a fire token for a damage token.
Which puts him now on 8 damage
out of
his
11.
11. So he's got 3 left. Right, yes. You're up.
Right.
I'm just going to swoop in and kill him and take all the glory.
That's how we play, isn't it? Is that not exactly how this game works?
Sorry, I did some damage to him. The majority of the damage, must I say. Maybe. Possibly 2. Maybe not.
I'm not sure if that's right.
No. Right, I am going to attack, surprise, surprise, with my hunter bow, my hunter arrow, and my inventive.
How many orange dice are you going to need for that? I just can't remember.
I'm going to need 4 dice.
Oh, 4. 4 dice.
Right.
And criticals do 3 damage. Was that right?
That is right. This hunter may perform a dodge before checking the range of this attack. What?
So if you if you were too far away, so let's say you were here, you could dodge and then shoot.
Oh,
so it's basically like a free 1 forward.
How much health he got left? He's got
3. He's on 8. He has 11 left. So technically 4 with armor.
Can I still do... So I've got a card called Sliding Shot.
Yes.
This hunter may make a dodge before checking the range of this attack. So
yes.
Can I do that?
Yes, totally.
Alright, so I'm going to do that. If this hunter kills an enemy during this activation, they gain additional glory point.
Yep. Well, let's just hope that you don't do that.
I'm going to attack him rather than his component.
Okay.
So 4 dice.
4 dice.
Don't get to re-roll.
Why is that?
The re-roll is only for components.
Ah, yes, okay. So you've hit him for 4.
Hit him for 4.
So that kills him. So 1 armor, 3 life. He's dead. Every time. Every time. Every time. So you get 3 salvage cards. 1, 2, 3 salvage cards.
Thank you very much.
You get 3 glory points.
1, 2,
Darn it!
3. But I get... Was that 3? So I also get an additional.
Why do you...
For my sliding shot.
I was feeling really good with my 4 as well. Okay.
Oh yeah, I never had to use my scavenger.
Whenever another hunter kills an enemy.
You just didn't kill anything.
I would have. I felt like I was doing really well then too.
So he is dead.
Yeah, dead burgers. Right, so there you go. That was map number 2. So, as per usual, we are going to pause it there.
Yes.
We're going to do some campfiring and we're going to come back and let you know what we did, how it went, who got a cool new tripcaster, hopefully, like something awesome.
Yes,
but
we'll see you shortly.
Alright, we have shopped and done things. So, first things first.
No.
Not first things first.
No. So, first things first. Before where at the end of when I killed the big guy.
When I killed the big guy.
And I got 3 salvage.
Yes.
I didn't look at them. I just realised that I had another trophy shot.
Yes. So yeah, I forgot to hand out the 3 salvage we remembered.
Yeah, afterwards. This one was just from this guy, and it's a trophy shot. Hands aloft to the sky, you present your bloody trophy to the sun. This hunter gains 1 glory point and then discards this card. If it was not drawn after killing an enemy, discard it.
But it was.
And then we, from the map, the map card
Yes.
in the corner. If we killed everything, we get 3. So that's what we did.
Yes, so we got 3 additional salvage each after that.
We did.
So then we began our shopping. No, we did
Leveled
the
up.
victory step. So we totaled the glory points allocated Sun. So I had 4 in that round.
I had 7. So I get a Sun
Sarah
token.
gets a Sun token and then becomes remains
I
the
remain
leader.
the leader of
Then
the
we
pack.
level up. So Sarah,
Yes,
what did you
so
level up to?
on your cool level up tree,
Yes.
you're kind of down to the second level. We choose
Because we did a level 2 quest, we leveled up again.
Yes. You have to choose from 2. There was one I couldn't choose from. I went with hit and run, middle diddle. Hit and run cards. I add those to after performing an attack. This hunter may perform a free sprint.
Nice, why not? And I went to a trait. I went with the Heart of the Furnace. Heart of the Furnace. After an enemy within 1 square suffers damage from fire,
Nice.
do not remove the fire. It stays on fire.
Oh, and you stack.
And I can
it.
stack them as well. So
Ooh.
potentially that could be really cool.
Yeah.
So I've gone down that road. And then we shopped. So I was the fledgling.
Yep.
So I, in an attempt to purchase a new tripcaster, I purchased the weapon that was in the shop, which was, I don't actually remember,
A bow?
a bow of some kind, in hopes of the next thing drawing, but it was not. It was a rattler, so that was a waste. And then, should I just go through what I bought and then...
You go back and forth, but we'll go through.
Yeah, so I went Sarah went. Yeah,
anytime something gets bought, you replace it, so it's not like it's just there. It's if you buy a coil, you replace it with a coil, so you always get to choose.
So I replaced my Osram Arrowbreaker light armor with a Bannock Ice Hunter medium armor, which can have 3 mods on it. It rolls an orange and a black dice for defense.
Nice.
On a critical, it blocks 4 damage, and I'm immune to freeze.
Awesome.
I also bought some blast wire to go into my deck, which is just an upgraded. It's a damage trap essentially.
Nice.
It does a lot of damage. And then I also purchased a fire coil, which I am going to attach to my maul. On a critical hit, this attack inflicts burn in addition to any other damage or effects. If the target is already suffering from burn, I can do 1 additional damage.
Nice.
So we read that as I can, in this instance, with this character, because of my fire forged ability, I can sort of pick. If it's already on fire, I can either add another fire.
Yes, because you stack.
Or it can take 1 damage.
1 additional.
So we've gone.
Because
with
the
that.
Fireforge says you may.
Yes.
You may stack them.
You may inflict more fire if you want
Yeah.
to. So that's how we're reading it.
Nice. Right. So then I also bought some armor. I bought Nora. So it's mine. It's my armor. Nora Survivor medium armor. It just still rolls 2 orange, but on a critical it actually does 2 rather than 3. But
Nice.
it reduces. It was not that well.
Well, no, it's a bit less.
But
no, nice
it
for me because I want you to
reduces.
die.
If I died, we could all die. Reduced damage from attacks that inflict fire,
Statuses.
ice, or shock by 1. So I'm going to put my other armor over there because I don't need it. I then also bought a damage coil. This one, that one's also a damage coil, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. This damage coil, if the attack exceeds the target's armor value, it inflicts an additional.
That on your
additional 1 damage.
Nora spear.
And I'm putting that on my Nora spear, and then I bought some more hard point arrows. Just do a blue.
Do you need a stamina card for your deck?
No, I do not. No, because I added 2 hit and runs. I'm actually.
You need to discard one.
I'm actually sure I have to discard one, yes.
Right, so you went to 23. So that was the campfire phase of episode 2. We are going to call it there.
Yeah.
Make sure that you do the YouTube things.
Like, subscribe,
do the
tell us
things.
if we did anything wrong.
No, we haven't mistake free, apart from the mistakes that we made that we remembered almost straight away, and those don't count. Alright, so we are going to carry on with episode 3 of the Horizon Reboot, playing through, kicking some robot butt. We will see you there.
Yes.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.